Test, test, test. Oh, I think I'm recording already. Well, let's see how quickly I can do this today. I'm gonna go to select on more, go to my Facebook. Well, that seemed to work fine. Now let's see. It says I'm recording. Oh, I need to share it to my news feed. Next. It's preparing for live streaming. Dun, dun, dun. Wait for it, wait for it. I have to make a title. Let's see, first I want to make sure that this is open to the public. My title is and I am going live. Ow. Okay, so here I am again live on Facebook, and I am going to open up my tablet here and open up my screen monitoring. There we go. And bam. Today, I'm going to be drawing a pizza. Doesn't that sound just downright exciting? Why is my layers not functioning? There we go. Do I have enough juice in my pencil? This would be a shame if I don't have my pencil all juiced up on me. Good look. Come on. Tell me how much juice I have in my pencil. 99% charge. So that's not it. I must be holding the tablet incorrectly. So let's see. I'm going to hide all this lettering. Select my paintbrush. Select my width. And the first thing I'm going to do is draw a big old circle. And I don't mind if it's a nice clean circle. Okay, a lot of pizza crust isn't that perfect looking, but it's drawn now. So let's just grab it, move ahead. Just going to orient it a little bit more into a position I'm comfortable with on the screen. Why is my pencil not functioning? Come on. There we go. Okay, let's see what to do. Oh, I am trying to decide if I want to draw this slice of pizza out of the pizza before or after I'm done drawing the pizza. And I think I'm going to go ahead. Oops. And pull it out. Anyway. I'm pulling it out. Oh, I need to, I want to make sure that I can see everybody on, or the comments on Facebook. So hang on. There. Oh, pardon me. So Scott says, pizza, cowabunga. Good morning, Mark Monmouth. Good morning to you, Scott. I can't believe I already got viewers. Ah, why anyone would want to watch me draw pizza. Anyway, so good morning, Scott. Nice to have you here. I hope you're getting some work done. And since I drew some perfect lines uh, coming into this, whoops, I think I'll go ahead and keep drawing perfect lines for the time being. Got Pac-Man shape. And I'm actually going to have this pizza have a little bit of a Pac-Man theme. And let's see, now I'm going to start drawing things where everything's a little rough. Going to do the sauce, get a little wavery, do the sauce on both sides. Make sure that I'm doing that on a layer that I like. Lately, I've been really goofing up on my layers. Can't have that. Oh man, I got a full day's worth of work planned today. Client sent in some revisions yesterday morning and I never got around to those. So I was too busy dealing with paperwork and forms. And now I have more forms to fill out today. Should I do perfectly round pepperonis? I'm going to go ahead and do fairly neat pepperonis, I think. With Procreate, if you just hold down a little bit on the button, or you draw the circle and you just hold it, you'll make it a nice clean ellipse. And if you touch the corner of the tablet with another finger, you'll make it a perfect square. And what's nice about this is if you draw ellipse, you can up and down it. Let's see, I'll draw some pepperonis over here. On the slice. I think we can put another one over here. I'm kind of keeping in mind that these pepperonis are going to be red. Redder than the sauce. And I want them to be fairly evenly distributed, just like they would be on a pizza. Well, on a well-made pizza, they'd be well distributed. Okay. Think I'm done drawing all the pepperonis. Let's go ahead and draw the mushrooms. I've already drawn one. Okay, I don't like it when it does the auto draw for the mushroom, so I think I'll make those separate. Looking around to see good places to put them. I am going to put in one more pepperoni right here. Now let's see, where's some good places to put in some more mushrooms. I'm actually putting in all the toppings I like to have on a pizza. I told myself I wasn't going to do an automatic draw. There we go. But that line was just a little too warbly for me. There we go. I'm finding that this is a good way to start off my morning just doing a quick little drawing. I had a real good night's sleep last night. Oh, very nice. I don't know where it was in your neck of the woods, but last night it snowed here. We had about an inch of accumulation, but looking outside at the roadways are bare and wet, not too sticky looking. Do I have enough mushroom slices? I don't think so. I think I need a few more mushrooms. Let's see. Gonna put in another one over there. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in olives because I like, well, you know, I also like sausage on my pizza. First, let's see, to do the sausage. Now, but will sausage really pick up on a pizza? Yeah, I suppose the little brown chunks. Okay, I'm going to add in sausage. I was just trying to think of how to make this nice and colorful. And brown isn't really a great color to put on things, but since I'm drawing my favorite pizza, I should probably include sausage, which currently looks like popcorn. But one of the things I can do is rearrange some of these toppings. I'll move this to the side so I can add in a little bit more sausage on the edge. Now I'm one of those people. Oh, Scott says, happy little pepperoni. He also had a good night's sleep. It snowed a little in Kent. Some of the snow's sticking around, some of it's already melted, like underneath trees, though there's still a little bit of snow in the trees. It's rapidly melting as the haze is coming off. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I love olives on my pizza. I know some people don't, but I do. I have not had pizza since this whole COVID thing started. And the reason is my poor wife can't eat pizza. She can't eat processed meats like sausage or or like pepperoni. She can handle some sausage, like breakfast sausage, but pepperoni has way too many nitrates in it, and nitrates upset her stomach and her digestion. The tomato sauce, it usually isn't cooked enough, and raw tomatoes will burn her mouth. So, and then she's lactose intolerant, so no cheese. And if you took all those things off the pizza, you'd basically be left with some pita bread. She's fine with pita bread, but you know, it's not a pizza. And occasionally I would have a slice with some friends, but you know, so with social gatherings being out, haven't had a chance to go out and get pizza. So I haven't had it this entire time. Kind of craving it a little bit. I mean, I've had sushi, got that done and underneath my belt, but it's something you can share with your spouse, whereas I can't share pizza. Now, the other thing, now I could add, and I probably should add green onions to this, but it's not something I like on my pizza. I like onions on my pizza, but I will eat green peppers. Like when you get like a Costco pizza, this is not an endorsement to Costco pizza, but I'm just saying sometimes when I'm at Costco by myself, I'll grab a slice of Costco pizza because I don't get pizza that often. But they have green peppers and it looks good on a pizza. I mean, and I'll eat them, but it's not my personal preference. But it does look good in a picture. I'd rather have just onions on my pizza. Oh, let's see. We got comments coming in. Scott says he's not supposed to have pizza either, but he likes pineapple, olives, onion, uh, peppered, lots of cheese. He's not supposed to eat it. He'll eat a cauliflower pizza crust, and he hasn't had sodas in a year. Now, I can go along with that. I stopped drinking sodas. We used to drink soda all the time, but mainly when we were out picking stuff up. We'd pick it up as a couple of drinks because, sodas were included in the meal combo. And we have a couple cases of sodas in our laundry room, just waiting for us to drink them. But my soda consumption has gone down to almost nothing. And so has my wife's. I want to move this little pepperoni. I think I've had one soda. Well, no, that's wrong. We had some cranberry ginger ale, and I do like to drink cranberry ginger ale with my holiday meals. So around Christmas time, I was drinking some cranberry ginger ale. So I'm guessing that Scott is, if he can't have pizza, he's probably got a gluten problem. Or maybe an issue with gluten. I have lots of friends who have gluten issues. I should probably not be eating as much starch as I do. Okay, I'm looking at this. I want to make sure that I'm kind of blurring my eyes and let's see, rotating things around. When you rotate things around and look at them in a different perspective, you can notice things being out of place. Like there's a spot that could use a little something. Now these smaller chunks I'm doing are onions because I love having onions on my pizza. I don't mind that at all. Often they don't come on, but they're a fairly cheap thing to put on there and they sweeten the pizza. And I can always turn these green or make them into little red peppers if I want to. But okay, so now we have our design. You know what? I'm going to reinforce this whole Pac-Man idea by drawing something that looks like a little bit of a pupil. I'll put an olive on that piece of pepperoni. And just to really emphasize it, I'm just going to go ahead and draw some teeth here because I just want to have fun. Now, I will eat a Hawaiian pizza. I do think that ham and pineapple together on the pizza, pretty good. But just any other combination with pineapple, I don't like. I just like a Hawaiian pizza. Oh, Majan, my friend is watching. Thank you so much. You put a little heart on this. Hi, Mojan. I have been friends with Mojan for, oh, gee, it must be nearly 2 decades now. We became pen pals. I have a lot of pen pals. Once a week, I write something I call the Weekly Dose of Mark. It is just me writing about my life, and it's not on a blog. It's not on the internet at all. It's just a weekly email. And it was something that I started doing after I came back from Japan a long time ago. And I was sending out a week, I would type up a letter and I would photocopy it and then mail it off. And I did that on a weekly or a monthly basis. And I used to do it on a monthly basis with my pen pals. And then email came around and I could do nearly all of my pen pals went to email. I'm gesturing with my hands, like you can see the gestures with my hands. Okay, I'm in the process now of going in and telling it to use the top layer as a reference, and I'm going to start doing some drop fills and start coloring this. And Scott is sharing my video. I haven't had anyone share my videos before. That's great. Okay, so let's see. I got my color palette here. Let's see. What would be a good one for tomato sauce and a good one for pepperoni? Oh, let's see. Let's go with this red for the sauce. And I'll go with this darker red for the pepperoni. Oh, that's working nicely. I like that. Just a little quick and drags. Now, I think there was another way inside this application where you didn't have to drag the color to do the fills. You could just touch it with your pen, but I don't want to mess with it. This is working along. This is moving along pretty fast. I like to work fast if at all possible. Oh, let's see. What would be a good color for the crust? Gotta make it kind of doughy looking. Let's go with, oh man, that's awful pink looking. Kind of fleshy looking for a pizza. Might have to break out of the palette. Let's try this one. That makes the previous color looks good. Let's try, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to this brown color. That looks more like a burnt pizza. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the palette and select its value and lighten the value up and try dropping that into place. Okay, that's our pizza crust. There we go. I'm happy with that. I'll go back to our palette and pick out a nice color for the mushrooms. Oh man, none of these colors really lend themselves to mushrooms. Let's try this one. Oh, that's almost there. Once again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my values and knock those values a little bit more to the right. Bingo, that's the right color. I could make those even paler. Yes, I think I might have to make those even paler and less pink. So grabbing that value, pushing it down, maybe taking, let's see, should I move this more towards the saturation? There we go. I think that's it. Oh yeah, that's better. A little bit more yellowy. Just a hint. Make it look like it's yeah, I thank you again for sharing me out, Scott. I really appreciate that. Come on. Okay, I think I managed to get all the mushrooms. Now let's look for the yellows. Going back again to my um, palette. Ooh. You know what? I think I'm going to switch over to doing. I got an alternate palette down here, and I think I'm going to switch to that because I want to get some of these bright green colors in, and maybe that'll help me select out my other colors. That should really make this start to pop. So we'll drop in our greens. Oops, gotta be inside the circles. Oh, I'm coloring within the reference line again. Ah, damn it. Damn, yeah, damn. Oh, you should always check your layers. You know, I'm just going to, I was drawing on the wrong, my friend Bill might be watching this and laughing his full head off because he was teasing me yesterday about messing up and drawing on the wrong layers. Come on, in we go. There we go. Putting in some of these greens. I'm actually coloring some of the onions green because I want to get the balance nice. Okay, that's looking really nice for an 8th pizza. Now to see what we can do about that brown for the sausage. What I think I might do is I'm going to go back into this brown for the crust. Double check my palette. There's not a good brown in here. Except, well, hang on. Let's go ahead and try the same brown we used for the crust. But what I'm going to do is, I know it's not dark enough, so I'm going to switch over after selecting it to my color indicator and just grab this and move it down just a hair. And that should be the right color I want. Let's try dropping that in. Oh, that's perfect. I'm happy with that. Actually, I think, yeah, I want that darker. Yeah, I want that a little bit more dark. There we go. So adding this color to our sausage, dropping it in. I am going to have to look to see what that control would be, so I could just click from one element to the other and rapidly fill up colors. I know there's a way to do it. I've done it before, but with the last upgrade, I kind of lost track of, they kind of shifted controls around and I didn't test to see whether or not that one would work or not. Are the teeth going to be olives? You know what? I think I'm going to leave the teeth white to let them stand out by themselves. I'll probably make the background a blue color or maybe even another green color in my palette to really make the whole thing pop. Now, what I need to do now is finish this off by coloring in these olives and maybe um, figuring out a color for some of those other little specks. So let's see, what would be I want the right color for the olives. Maybe if I take this brown color and just make it even darker. No, that's not right. It's it's too dark. I think what I need to do is I need to change my color. Let's go back to the palette. And okay, that's part of the same palette, but I'm not sure if the purple. No, the purple's not working. It needs to be more of a, if it's going to go that direction, it needs to be more of a blue. Let's try. But even the blue, it's in too, the color is too intense. Let's see. What would be good? Let's try this purple. Okay, the purple's almost there. That's better. I want to give it for my instinct is to tell brown greenish. You mean like more of an olive color? Oh, I'm sorry, that's my alarm going off. I am behind schedule on this drawing. I should be done by now. Let's try that. Let's go with no a brownish green. You got a point there. Let's see. I'm looking at. I'll start with this green, an olive green, and I'm going to go in to my values and move it from brown. Now I'm going to darken it a little bit. I want it to go more blue. I wonder if I change the hue. Well, I'll try this hue first. That works. Okay, yeah, bingo. Thank you very much. That was just the right color. Yeah, a nice brownish green was just the way to go. Fill these in. Come on. Fill, fill, fill. Now I know what I'm going to do with these little flecks is now that I'm looking at the mushrooms are almost not dark enough, or the pepperonis are too dark, or it could be that the olives are still too dark, or it could be that I'm just overthinking this. What I'm going to try to do is put in a background layer and see if that will tie things in a little differently. Now I'm going to turn off the reference, select, go back to my palette, select a background layer. I was thinking about doing a blue. Let's try a different blue. Let's see, will this blue green? Let's try that. That's making the pizza really pop there. I kind of like that. Blue green. I'm going to go back to this blue. I like the other one better. Yeah, I'm going to go with that as a background color. And to tie it in, I'm going to make those little flecks a little bit. I'm going to go with an off yellow. Let's see. And I'm going to go into this layer and just quickly, I'm not even going to bother with the reference. I'm just going to draw those in. It looks like I could use a little bit of it here on this pizza. So what I'm going to do is go into this layer that I was messing around with, my first layer, and just erase a section, draw in some yellow, select that black. As long as it's all on the same layer, I might as well just draw it on the same layer. Okay, that looks nice and balanced. And one last thing I'm going to do before I finish this thing off is I'm going to add or put in a layer. I'm going to go in with some white, and I'm going to put in some little drops or highlights on the pepperoni and on the sauce. Give that sauce some added depth. Now, right now, I'm making, this is a straight 100% white, but it's not going to remain like that. I plan on I'm going to control the opacity and knock it back a little bit so it's not pure white, so that just doesn't leap so much off the page. So here's, you can see how much just adding, oh, fiddle, fiddle, fiddle. I drew all the white on the same layer. I gotta undo all that. Double check your layer, dude. Okay, so I made the layer. There we go. Now I'm on the right layer. Redo all that. Oh, I cannot believe I did that. At least it'll be fast to go in and add these highlights. I want them to look really fast and organic. Get little bumps in here in the sauce. Let's see, add a little bit more. Okay. That's looking pretty good. Now watch this. When I go to my layers, if I turn that on and off, you can see how much depth, just a little bit of a white highlight adds. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to knock that down. See how I can control the intensity? So just add, say, about a 75%, just enough to highlight it a little bit. And bam, we're done with our pizza. Yes, Scott, dove to me. I could not believe I did that, but I'm really happy with how my pizza came out. So thanks everyone for watching me draw this fun pizza. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my screen share. Let's see, turning that off. That was a lot of fun. What a good morning, and went over by 9 minutes. I'm really trying to keep those down to half an hour. So anyway, it was fun drawing with you guys this morning. And now I have to go in and work on several pages of revisions for a graphic recording session I did earlier. I should be able to post those on my Instagram page later once I've fulfilled them to the client. I'm looking forward to getting those out. I did it was something I did for an event with some students about 2 weeks ago. Anyway, thank you again.